Today we are going to study the synthesis of phenothiazine. Phenothiazine is prepared from diphenylamine. So here we are going to react the diphenylamine with sulfur. It is reacts in the presence of iodine at 190 to 200 degrees Celsius, which gives us a phenothiazine. Here you can see the structure. 2-phenyl ring is fused by the amine and it is diphenylamine, where at the another side one sulfur molecule is get attached by removing of two hydrogens. So there is a dehydrogenation and upon that the sulfur is added. Here this whole reaction takes place at 190 to 200 degrees Celsius. This is to noted that this is the standard temperature condition. After that reflux upon cooling will get the crystals of phenothiazine. After looking at the principle, let's move to the procedure, how to make it. First of all, we have to weigh accurately diphenylamine 2.35 gram, then sulfur 1.07 gram and iodine 0.15 gram. Then we have to add this all the chemicals in the round bottom flask. We have to set up this reflux assembly in a step 2. 30 minutes reflux is to be placed in a condenser, and here we are using the heating mantle as the temperature is more. Now after 30 minutes we are taking it out and granulating the mass to get the fine powder. After that we are recrystallizing this mixture using ethanol, and upon the recrystallization we get this buff yellow colored crystal of phenothiazine. Moving to the use of phenothiazine. Phenothiazines are used in mental and emotional disorder conditions. Specifically it is used in a schizophrenia, and it is also used in a nausea and vomiting. It is also used for the patient who is hospitalized, which is suffering from the severe pain and the hiccups. Now let's look at these standard values given here. This melting point of phenothiazine is observed as 186 degrees Celsius as per the Indian Pharmacopoeia. Now looking at this calculation, if we are going for the theoretical yield calculation, then we require the molecular weight of the primary material and the final product. So here we are going to take a molecular weight of a diphenylamine, that is our primary material, which is a 169 gram per mole of molecular weight, and that 169 gram per mole of diphenylamine, that is a standard, and the molecular weight of the phenothiazine, that is our product, that is a 199 gram per mole. Now let's calculate the theoretical yield. So 169 gram per mole of diphenylamine if reacts, then it will gives the 199 gram per mole of phenothiazine. So we are here taking the 2.35 gram as per the procedure. So if we are taking the 2.35 gram of a diphenylamine, then how much phenothiazine we should get? That is our theoretical yield. So 2.35 into 199, it is divided by the 169. So we will get the value which indicates the theoretical yield. That means what? Standard actually we should get that quantity. Here we can see the quantity, the number is come like 2.76. That actually we should get, so that we can say that it is 100% yield. Now if we are coming to the practically, then it is not possible to get 100% yield because of so many wastage during practicals. So actual what we are getting at the end of the synthesis, that is our practical yield. So we are going to compare it with the standard and our prepared one. So the standard value which we get, that is a 2.76 gram, that is our theoretical yield. Now what we get at the end of the practical synthesis, what product gram we get, that is our practical yield. From that two value we are going to calculate the percentage yield. So percentages formula comes like practical yield divided by theoretical yield into 100. 100 is for the percentage calculation. So the number which we get, that is the number of percentage we get at the end of the synthesis. After this calculation, we have to also measure the melting point for the product which we synthesized. It should be the closest to our standard melting point. If it is a deviated, means what? If it is a deviated, means it shows that there is a presence of impurity in that product, or there is a presence of the solvents, reagents which we used in a reaction, or the reaction might not completed. Some few reagents and the primary material what we used, that is yet as it is, or maybe the degradant product is formed. So these are the possibility in a deviations of a melting point. So ultimately it shows what, that our product is not 100% pure, that having some amount of contaminants or the impurities, or we can say the reagents, solvents, or the primary material within. So this is all about the synthesis of phenothiazine. Thank you.